Baker's Journey. Possibly your journey. Created by Flippin' Pages, assisted by AI. Intended as an audiobook. In a small town filled with big dreams, there lived a young girl named Katherine. From an early age, she had a special affinity for the kitchen and a love for the art of baking. With a sprinkle of imagination and a dash of determination, Katherine embarked on a journey that would shape her future. Come and join Katherine as she navigates the winding path of life as well as overcoming educational and mental challenges along the way. From school hurdles to self-doubt, she faces each obstacle with unwavering resilience, fueled by her burning desire to chase her dreams. Listen as Katherine discovers the transformative power of baking. As her skills grow, she finds herself drawn to a greater purpose. With a heart full of compassion, she strives to share her creations with the world, offering nourishment to those in need and spreading love through her delectable treats. Along the way, Katherine forms deep bonds of friendship, building a support system that propels her and her friends forward, reminding her that she is never alone in her pursuit of greatness. In this captivating chapter book, witness and share the transformation of a young girl into a master baker. Katherine's dedication, passion, and unwavering spirit shine brightly through each delectable creation. Prepare yourself to be consumed in a world where dreams are pursued, challenges are conquered, and the sweetest of victories are savored. Join Katherine as she embraces the magic of the kitchen and the power of living life to the fullest, one perfectly baked masterpiece at a time. Chapter 1: Katherine's Kitchen Dreams. Katherine was a young girl with a heart full of dreams and a love for baking. Every day, she would spend hours in the kitchen, mixing ingredients and creating delicious treats. Her dream was to become a famous baker and share her passion with the world. One sunny morning, as Katherine was whipping up a batch of chocolate chip cookies, she turned to her mom and said, "Mom, when I grow up, I want to be a famous baker and make the most incredible cakes and pastries." Her mom smiled, wiping her hands on her apron. "That's a wonderful dream, Katherine. Follow your heart and never give up. I believe in you." Chapter 2: Discovering the Magic of Baking. As the years went by, Katherine's love for baking only grew stronger. She spent countless hours experimenting with recipes, mixing flavors, and decorating cakes. She discovered the magic that happened in the kitchen, where simple ingredients could be transformed into something extraordinary. One day, while frosting a cake, Katherine's neighbor, Mrs. Johnson, peeked through the kitchen window. "Katherine, my dear, you have a gift," Mrs. Johnson said with a twinkle in her eyes. "You should never stop pursuing your passion. Let your imagination soar, and you'll create masterpieces." Mrs. Johnson's words sparked a fire within Katherine, inspiring her to dive deeper into her baking journey. Chapter 3: Rising Above Challenges. Life wasn't always easy for Katherine. She faced educational challenges at school and sometimes felt overwhelmed by self-doubt. But she refused to let those obstacles define her. During a particularly tough day at school, Katherine's best friend Emma noticed her sadness. "Katherine, don't let these challenges bring you down. You have a talent that shines brightly. Keep pushing forward, and you'll overcome anything that comes your way." With Emma's encouragement ringing in her ears, Katherine found the strength to persevere. She poured her heart into her studies and baking, determined to rise above any challenges that came her way. Chapter 4: Katherine's Masterpieces. As Katherine honed her skills, her baked goods turned into works of art. Each creation was more spectacular than the last, capturing the attention and admiration of everyone who tasted them. One day, Katherine's family organized a small gathering to celebrate her accomplishments. As her relatives and friends took their first bites of her latest creation, a hush fell over the room. Then, applause and delighted exclamations filled the air. Katherine blushed, her heart swelling with pride. "Thank you, everyone. Your support means the world to me." Chapter 5: Spreading Love and Kindness. Katherine knew that her baking had the power to bring joy, not just to her loved ones, but also to those in need. She decided to use her talents to make a difference in her community. With the help of her family, Katherine set up a small food service to provide baked goods to local areas and offer food to people in need. She would bake fresh bread for the homeless shelter, provide cookies to the local hospital, and organize bake sales to raise funds for charitable causes. Seeing the smiles on people's faces and the gratitude in their eyes, Katherine knew she was making a positive impact. Chapter 6: The Great Bake-Off Challenge. News spread about Katherine's incredible baking skills, and soon, an invitation arrived that would change her life. It was an invitation to participate in the prestigious Great Bake-Off Challenge, where the best bakers in the region competed. Katherine couldn't believe her eyes as she read the invitation. Excitement bubbled within her, but a hint of nervousness crept in too. She wondered if she was ready to face such fierce competition. Taking a deep breath, Katherine shared her doubts with her mom. "Mom, I'm scared. What if I'm not good enough?" Her mom looked at her with unwavering support. "Katherine, you've worked so hard to get where you are. Have faith in yourself and your abilities. Remember why you love baking and let your passion guide you." Encouraged by her mom's words, Katherine decided to seize the opportunity and give her all at the Great Bake-Off Challenge. Chapter 7: A Recipe for Friendship. Arriving at the competition, Katherine couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and nerves. Surrounded by talented bakers from all walks of life, she wondered how she would fare. As she set up her workstation, Katherine noticed another young baker named Lily. Throughout the competition, they found themselves facing similar challenges and striking up conversations during breaks. Lily, with a mischievous grin, said, "You know, Katherine, we could be rivals, but I think we'd make an even better team." Katherine's eyes sparkled with enthusiasm. "You're right, Lily. Together, we can create something extraordinary." And so, a friendship bloomed between Katherine and Lily, one that would support and inspire them throughout the competition. Chapter 8: Conquering the Doubts. As the challenges in the competition grew more complex, doubts started creeping into Katherine's mind. She began comparing herself to the other bakers, wondering if she truly had what it took to win. One day, as Katherine contemplated her next move, Lily approached her with a warm smile. "Katherine, don't let those doubts hold you back. You have a unique style and a creative flair that sets you apart. Believe in yourself, and you'll create something magical." Katherine took Lily's words to heart, remembering the countless hours she had spent perfecting her craft. With renewed confidence, she pushed her doubts aside and focused on her love for baking. Chapter 9: A Baking Surprise. After a tough day of competition, Katherine returned home feeling both exhausted and exhilarated. Little did she know that a surprise awaited her. One evening, her phone rang, and it was Mrs. Johnson, her neighbor. "Katherine, the local community is organizing a charity event, and they'd love for you to showcase your baking skills," Mrs. Johnson said with excitement. Overwhelmed with gratitude, Katherine enthusiastically accepted the invitation. She began planning her contributions to the event, determined to create a memorable experience for all. With the support of her family and friends, Katherine poured her heart and soul into baking an array of delectable treats. From cupcakes to pies, her kitchen turned into a bustling haven of aromas and flavors. Chapter 10: Celebrating Success. The day of the charity event arrived, and Katherine's baked goods took center stage. The venue was filled with people eager to support the cause, and Katherine's heart swelled with joy and anticipation. As attendees savored her treats, their faces lit up with delight. Katherine beamed with pride, knowing that her baking was not only bringing joy to others, but also making a positive impact on those in need. To express her gratitude, Katherine gathered her loved ones, friends, and the community for a celebration of their unwavering support and her achievements. Amidst laughter, heartfelt conversations, and a table overflowing with delicious treats, Katherine stood up to give a speech. "Thank you all for being here and believing in me," she said, her voice filled with gratitude. This journey has taught me that pursuing our dreams and sharing our passions can bring so much joy to our lives and those around us. Let's continue to support and uplift one another as we chase our dreams together. As the applause and cheers filled the room, Katherine knew deep in her heart that she was living her dream. The journey had been challenging, but the rewards were immeasurable. And with each new day, she would continue to create masterpieces, not just in the kitchen, but in the lives of those she touched through her baking. And so, Katherine's story of living life, pursuing dreams, overcoming challenges, and spreading love through her baked goods would inspire generations to come. The end. Thank you. We hope you enjoyed this story. We wish you a wonderful day. Feel free to check out our other stories in our channel. TTFN